Alright, so today I'm going to show you a very fast and easy way to wrinkle coat your valve cover. I'm not going to overcomplicate it, just do the essentials, I guess. For starters, you just want to remove all the little trim pieces, accessories, gaskets and seals. Of course, mask up all your spark plug holes or anything needs to be masked up. I guess step one is I'm going to be wet sanding it with this scuff pad here, and I really like these pads because, like I said in one of my other videos, they're really good at getting into like tight places and just all these little corners and things that you just can't really get to with regular sandpaper. So I'm going to go over it with this, scuff it up, clean it, and then rinse it off with some brake clean, so that'll kind of degrease it, get anything I might have missed, and then apply the wrinkle and bake, and that's all there is to it. So alright, I'm going to go and start removing all these little pieces, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I think that's just about good enough. I went over it, scuffed it up pretty good, cleaned it up, and now I'm going to go over it with some brake clean. This will get anything that I left behind and kind of knock off the oil and grease and stuff like that you might not be able to actually see it, but it might be there. There's some oil stains there before I actually wash it off, so that actually might be lurking under here somewhere. So I'm going to hit it with some brake clean and get ready to apply the wrinkle. Alright, got all that stuff knocked off. It should dry pretty fast. I'm going to start masking up the spark plug holes. What I'm actually doing is rolling these balls of tape inside out so that they actually stick when I put them in there. Makes it a lot more easier just for it to stay in place. And I'm just rolling it back on itself and getting the sticky part out. An important thing to note with this wrinkle coating is it wants it to be applied in 3 pretty heavy coats, and it says to start off the first coat going across, second coat up and down, and it wants the third coat to be diagonal. So what I like to do with any time I'm using these cans to paint things, I put a very light coat at first. It's basically called a tack coat. It helps the first heavy coat stick. So I'm going to basically just mist it, get an even, very light coat initially before I actually start to lay it on. Alright, so even though I try to do a light coat, this stuff comes out really heavy. So I'm just going to basically make sure I'm not missing any spots in this direction, left to right or across, before I go on to the next up and down pattern. It's on there pretty good. Ooh, I got a crazy glare from that gloss. Try to do something about that. 1 second. Alright, that's better. Okay, so I'm going to let that set up for about 10 minutes. Then I'm going to go ahead and change direction and go up and down. When I do the third coat, I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven at 200 degrees and get it ready to actually to bake, to cure the finish, so I can handle it and install it without having to wait something like, I think it says 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bake it to get that over with. So, alright, here's the second up and down coat. Since we actually wanted to have like a textured, wrinkled finish, I'm kind of spraying it from a distance and kind of letting the paint fall on it versus up close and trying to get a smooth, glossy finish like you typically would. So yeah, just kind of keep your distance and let it fall on there. Don't put it on too heavy because the last thing you want is a run or a drip. Alright, so this is what it looks like after the second coat, side to side. It's not really wrinkling up on me, but it's pretty cold. It does have to be exposed to heat before it really does anything. Right now it just kind of looks like it has really bad orange peel. Alright, so I've got the oven going. I'm going to apply the final diagonal coats, and then it's time for the oven. So here we go. Alright, this is what we have after that third and final coat before I bake it, just to get a before and after. Let me focus in a little bit. So yeah, it's not very wrinkled. It just looks like really bad orange peel. Let's see what baking it at 200 degrees for about 1 hour does. Time to cook it. I think I'll throw a pizza in there too while I'm at it. I'm freaking hungry. Alright, it's officially done curing, and man, I've got to say it came out freaking awesome. I mean, I don't want to say it's perfect, but it's perfect. It came out super clean. I'm really happy with the way it looks. So for a finishing touch, before I put it back on the car, I am going to go over the Honda and the lettering with a Dremel and a piece of 220 grit paper. So this should just be being anal at this point. I just want it to look pretty clean, and I might even actually buff the emblem and the lettering. So I'm going to do that right now and then stick it on the car. Alright, so that's that. If you liked the video, drop a like and please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.